Porter's five force analysis. Porter's five force analysis is a business analysis model that helps to explain why various industries are able to sustain different levels of profitability. The model was published in Michael Porter. His book is Comparative Strategy, Technologies for Analyzing Industries and Competitors. That is in 1980. The five force model is widely used analyzing the industry structure of company as well as its corporate strategy. Porter identified five undeniable forces that plays a part in shaping every market and industry in the world. The five forces are frequently used to measure competition, industry attractiveness, and profitability of industry to market. The five forces introduced by Michael Porter, the first one is rivalry among competitors. That means competition among same industry. Potential of new entrants into the industry. That is second. That is threat of new entries. Third is bargaining power of suppliers. How far suppliers can bargain. And next is bargaining power of customers. How far customers can bargain the prices of products. And finally, threat of substitute products. Threat of substitutes product. These are five forces introduced by Michael Porter. Now, competition in the industry. If we consider the first fact, competition of industry, that means if there are more competitors, that means there is organization had a threat. Less competitor mean organization has sustainability, right? The first of these five forces refers to the number of competitors and their ability to undercut the company. If there are more competitors, there's a huge ability. If there are less competitors, that ability is not easy. There is easily the company can't undercut. Competition, rivalry among competitors. Second is potential to new entrants to the industry. How new industries, new ventures come into the industry, new competitors. If there's a huge capital needed to start the same type of business, then there is a less threat in this fact, new entries. If the capital and efforts are very less, then there is a high risk of this new entrants. Easily, competitors can start a business and compete with their competitors. Then that is one threat. If that is not easy, if that need a huge capital, then that threat is very minimum level. Right? Second is potential to new entrants, threat of new entries. And the next is bargaining power. Who is bargaining? Two parties can bargain. Porter is categorizing these two parties as two forces. Who is bargaining? Suppliers are bargaining, customers are bargaining. Suppliers are bargaining to increase the price, customers are bargaining to decrease the price. Suppliers are bargaining if there are no competitors, there are less competitors, suppliers can bargain. As an example, Sri Lanka's Prima, right? There are very less wheat flour suppliers, then they have bargaining power. If there are more suppliers, customer can easily move to another supplier, then customers are not going to bargain. That is another competitive force. And next is bargaining power of customers. Customers are bargaining if there are more competitors to this particular business. Customers are not bargaining if there are less competitors, less suppliers. Same type of suppliers are less. Then customers are not going to bargain. Customers are bargaining if there are more suppliers. If they are not getting the expected price, customers can move to another supplier. There are so many suppliers. If not so, customers are not going to bargain. Suppliers and customers both are bargaining in two purposes. Finally, threat of substitutes. Not only the same product, some substitute products also affect. They are also competing. As an example, tea supplier, a tea business. Not only another tea supplier or tea business or tea vendor is competing. Why? Coffee vendor also competing. Their customers can buy either tea or coffee. Coffee is substitutes for tea. Then coffee vendor is another threat. Coffee vendor is another threat. These are 5 forces introduced by Michel Porter's 5 forces.